Hello everyone and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. On this Friday afternoon, beautiful Friday afternoon too, we are looking at books, memoirs, rumoured memoirs. It seems that everyone in the royal world is busy bashing out their memoirs at the moment, and the one that we're looking at now is the story that Meghan herself is writing her memoirs. We've looked at this before in various ways, but I have the Tarot of the Abyss on the tarot table for this one because this is a nasty story. It's a tricky story. We've looked at various iterations of the story on this channel before, but the short version of it, hopefully it's a short version, is that Neil Sean has talked about the rumoured memoir and said that Meghan might be revealing some unsavoury truths about her father, Thomas. And we can all speculate what that unsavoury truth might be. I'm not going to literally spell it out here today. But Lady C picked this up. She was alerted to this and she came out guns blazing, as she has been recently, interestingly. And she warned Meghan very directly on her channel, don't go there, don't do it. It will be the ruin of you. You might be trying to ruin your father, and I'm paraphrasing Lady C as I'm saying this, but actually you will be the one who goes down. Lady C said the only one who might support Meghan would be Doria. There are plenty of people waiting in the wings who will come out and support and defend Thomas Markle. So interesting story. It's been kicking around for a while. I haven't felt the energy was right to read on it, but today, as I say, we've got this book club kind of a theme going, the memoirs theme going, so I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look and see if Meghan really is going to go there, how she feels about her father, and what she's actually going to say, how he feels, how Thomas feels hearing this, and how he would respond. Would he sue? Would he stay quiet? Would he go on TV and deny it? Doria, how does Doria feel about this? What does she know? What does she think? Would she come out and endorse Meghan's story? It's all speculative, of course. And then the outcome, impact for Thomas. How would it go for Thomas and how would it go for Meghan if this were to happen? Oops. Oops. So that's the reading that we have today for you as I rebuild the deck and try and get everything the right way around. There we go. One more shuffle. Let's remind you as I do this that it is tarot and it is for fun and entertainment. It is all speculation. It's all my opinion, and there is of course a disclaimer in the box below. And what have I forgotten? I've forgotten that it's just energy that we read here. Archetypal energy, of course, because we're dealing with archetypal family issues involving the archetypal family, the royal family. And there's a card that's the wrong way around in there, but it does not matter. I've got my cheat sheet with my questions, as you will see. It's a bit of a strange looking reading. That's the Meghan column. That's the Thomas column. That's the Doria column. And that's the outcome column for Thomas and for Meghan. Bit of a mess. Try and tidy it up a bit. Underlying energy today. We have got the Two of Wands in reverse. That is a plan that is unraveling. So she might have thought this was a good idea, but she might be rethinking that plan. It's very much somebody who's busy on some creative enterprise there, really. Looks a bit. Or an adventure or a journey. And they are now in hesitation mode. Should I really do this? So I think she's dithering about it. I think Lady C's warning might have hit home, actually, or maybe other people around her are saying to her, don't do it. But there is some sense of being blocked. An enterprise that's unraveling, a plan that's not manifesting with that Two of Wands in reverse. That's quite a relief to have a card like that as the underlying energy in a nasty story like this. Rumoured of course, story, not necessarily true at all. Let's look at the situation. That's why we do tarot. We look at situations like this. Temperance card is the overall energy of this reading, the actual issue of this reading. It's a waiting game. There's somebody who's waiting, patiently waiting for the right time. And the first thing that, of course, comes to my mind is that he's an elderly man. He's very frail. He's been through some very serious health issues, and perhaps that is what the waiting is about. You could put a more charitable interpretation on that card, and I will point the charitable interpretation out, which is that somebody is wanting to reconcile, is wanting to harmonize a situation that has become very toxic. They want to heal it. They want to fix it. So it's possible, excuse me, I lost my voice briefly there, interestingly. It's possible, but for me that's a very minor part of the energy of that temperance card. I'm just getting waiting. So Meghan column, we've got 3 cards there. Is she really going to go there? Is she writing memoirs? Is she going to go there with father? I've got the 2 of Pentacles. I've got another decision kind of energy. These 2s are decisions, juggling things, trying to balance things. It's very temperance. It's a minor arcana version of the temperance card, the 2 of Pentacles, balancing things, juggling things, debating things, weighing the pros and cons. She's sitting with a notepad, and she's literally writing pros and cons in that 4 calligraphy that she likes. Pros, destroy daddy, cons, get destroyed, Lady C says. That kind of thing. I'm being snarky, of course, but that's the very strong energy. I'm getting a mental image of that. Of he loves me not kind of energy. You know, those sort of silly games. But this says, if I do it, this. If I don't do it, that. So she hasn't decided yet. Waiting. Attitude to her father. How does she feel about her father right now? Guest speaker, New York Post, hates the man. How does she feel? King of Swords in reverse. This is a cruel energy. This is a destructive, a toxic energy. This is a dark tarot deck, of course. So everything is extra dark in here. But the King of Swords in reverse, this is very destructive. She's viewing him. We're asking how she feels about him. She views him as somebody who is toxic, dangerous, cruel, cold, ruthless, vengeful. I would say projection, mirror kind of energy there, but really somebody who's cruel. The King of Swords in reverse is cruel and a liar, bad dad, as guest speaker has referred to him, who might be someone very close to Meghan. People speculate, if not herself, or a team of people as showed up in a reading I did on it. But they got their marching orders, and that's the kind of picture that they're painting of Thomas Markle. So she really sees him in a very, very negative light. Someone who had only wonderful things to say about her father a few years ago, very publicly posted on her social media, and now sees him as the King of Swords in reverse. And what would she say? This unsavory truth. Give us a clue, a hint of what the story might be. Oh, wow. That's the Tower. And the Tower is about as bad can be. Shocking, very shocking, surprising, unexpected, devastating, that cause a whole family to be blown up. You can see people falling out of this little Grimm's fairy tale kind of a gingerbread house. Out they fall. They blow up the whole idea of the family as being a safe place, the home as being a safe place. According to the cards, the energy of the cards, the story that she would tell would be it wasn't safe, and it would blow up that whole idea of that cozy family narrative. She stayed with daddy while mommy was away for 10 years, mysteriously absent, and all of that. So it's a very, very dangerous card that she's playing with fire. As Lady C said, That, the Tower, is literally playing with fire. It's a lightning bolt. And you, when you decide to invoke the lightning, don't know where the lightning will strike. Interesting. So let's look at Thomas Markle now, or the energy around him. How does he feel hearing these rumors? I'm sure he's well aware of what's going on. How does he feel? And it's the Knight of Wands in reverse. It's interesting because it's got this little fairy creature in this man's hands. A delicate little fairy, and he cherished her. He cherished her when she was little, and now it's in reverse and he can't believe it. It's a very unusual energy that's coming off that Knight of Wands, because Knight of Wands normally is somebody who's a bit wild, travels a lot, disappears, does his own thing, very self-motivated. You can't really count on him. He's quite entertaining, charismatic character, but don't try and pin him down. Don't build your future on the Knight of Wands, especially when he's in the reverse. But it's giving a much more a sensitive depiction of the Knight of Wands, with that he's nurturing something, and it's bringing out the energy of the Wands as being creative, which I often overlook when I do these royal readings. But typically in tarot, they are the creative cards, the Wands. This is where inspiration comes from, creativity comes from. He nurtured that in her. He was the one who took her to dancing lessons and filmed her and helped her with her aspirations as an actress and all the rest of it. And now he's looking at that and thinking, I did all of that, and that delicate little flower that I was holding in my hand so carefully and nurturing and encouraging is going there. How will he respond, if he has to respond, if this actually happens and he does have to defend himself? Got the Nine of Cups. Strange energy coming off that. Strange energy. Because it's almost coming to me as somebody who's turning away from it and focusing on their good memories, their happiness, better days, and almost, with the way that card is painted, that Nine of Cups, almost a sense, how do I say this? It's almost a sense of looking down on it from above. Shall I say it like that? It looks like a memorial. It looks like, it looks as if someone is going and planting flowers at a memorial. Let's put it like that. I'm trying to tread carefully here. So he's not going to lash out. He's going to focus on memories. He's going to retreat into those memories with the Nine of Cups of happy times with all those flowers. But there is just a little prickle of energy coming from that Nine of Cups. Again, one of those things that I tend to forget when I'm doing these royal readings. Nine of Cups can be a pregnancy card. And there was another reading I did recently that I thought afterwards, because, many things come to me afterwards. And I think, I should have said that. Maybe you should have reworded it like that. And you can drive yourself mad with those kinds of thoughts. Nine of Cups is a pregnancy card. Just saying. So, I think there have been things that he has said in the past about such things, if memory serves. But speculating, of course. Let's move on to Doria. What does Doria think about all of this? Does she know? What does she feel? King of Pentacles, that's a very positive sense of a male energy. A very stable, it doesn't get more stable. Her husband, he was her husband. He was a very stable husband. He was a very good provider. He set her up in business. He was devoted, dedicated. He was around when she wasn't around. So I think that she doesn't share Meghan's view of the situation. Meghan is King of Swords in reverse. Doria is about as good a male energy as you can get in the tarot with the King of Pentacles. You find it difficult as a tarot reader to say bad things about the King of Pentacles when he's upright, especially when you're in a situation when you're talking about caring for children, providing for a family, providing a good home, a stable home, a safe home. So I don't think she shares Meghan's view of the situation. This is my speculation, of course. I do not know for sure what Doria thinks, but we're just asking for energy and guidance from Tarot. And let's see if she would back Meghan up. Lady C said she would be the only one who would come out and support Meghan, possibly. I've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Ten of Swords is a ruin card, someone being ruined there, and we know that would be Thomas Markle would be ruined by this story that Meghan is possibly, allegedly, contemplating revealing. But the card is in the reverse. And I have an interesting feeling about that. That I think she sees the potential for ruin that would engulf her and Meghan as well. It wouldn't reflect very well on Doria, of course, if knowing what Meghan is alleging, she disappeared for 10 years. It makes it difficult for her. It's a very complex energy that's coming off that Ten of Swords. A whole lot of information is buzzing at me, and it's difficult to pick out the thread that is the most dominant energy in that card. But what's coming to me is that it could potentially ruin Doria, and that's why the card is in the reverse. She wants to avoid that. So, if the card was upright, I'd say hell yes. She's going to absolutely pile in and, produce the letters that were written and the diaries that Meghan, the secret diaries and all the rest of it. But no, this is trying to dodge a bullet, I would say. That's, of course, my opinion here, as ever. Outcome for this story. How would it impact Thomas if Meghan went there? What would be the repercussions for him? Five of Cups. Very sad, of course. Grief, sorrow, regret. I'm not going to say remorse, because remorse indicates that whatever allegations are potentially made are true. And it's more just looking at the past and just can't believe how badly things have gone wrong. And it's that sense in relationships, when relationships do sour and go past the point of no return, when you know it's over and you know it's destroyed. He would know that. So I'm not getting that his public image would be trashed with that. I'm getting more that for him personally, this would be a situation that would really tell him irrevocably that the relationship is destroyed and there is no going back, and a lot of sorrow for him. The Five of Cups is a very subjective energy. It's not normally other people's view of you. People might look at him and think this is going to break him because he's frail, and this level of tragedy and distress might break him. So yeah, that, but it's more an internal energy experience. Meghan, if she does this, if she goes there, and she's definitely pondering it at the moment, how would it reflect on her? What would people think of her? I got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And that is somebody who is breaking a bond, a family bond. And it's interesting, we've got a little housey. It's a very interesting depiction of the Ten of Pentacles, this, in the Tarot of the Abyss. It's very clever because it shows the connection between the family and the roots and the branches and going on, and generations and all the rest of it. It's very, very clever, but it's breaking that. And she would be viewed as somebody who had broken a family. We see it with the Tower card, somebody who has destroyed a family bond, a family legacy. It's negative. It's not the Ten of Swords, which would be truly terrible, but the word that's come to mind is homewrecker. Is somebody who has just blown up a family. And it wouldn't be the only family that she would be accused of blowing up with allegations. Because the Ten of Pentacles is very much a royal family card. It's the line of succession. It's the House of Windsor that has endured. Well, the House of Windsor hasn't endured for very long, but the British royal family certainly has. And it would be, well, this woman has taken an axe to the British royal family, Oprah interview, and now she's taking an axe to the Markle family. And a bit of a serial offender there. And so it would not reflect well on her, let's just say. Would not reflect well. And because it's Pentacles that's in reverse, it's a bit of a money grab as well. Sell your family down the river and grab the money, lots of money, with Ten of Pentacles. Although the Ten of Pentacles in reverse can indicate massive amounts of debt. But there is bad energy here, motivated possibly by greed or financial stress, taking an axe to her father and her family, her birth family, as following up on from what she has done to the royal family. That's what I'm getting, and I think that's why Lady C gave that warning. And I think that's why she's thinking about it. She has not decided to go there, but if she goes there, we have the Tower sitting right there. That is the reading. Disclaimer in the box below. All my opinion, of course, just tarot. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.